Oh my god, on my life, bro, I need a goddamn haircut, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe so I can get a haircut. I can afford a haircut the next episode, bro. It's 2026 and I feel like all year, bro, no goddamn good game has dropped. Apart from GTA 6 is gonna be coming up in November. So we're gonna be reacting to 10 games which gonna be popping up this September 2026. Without no further ado, bro, match out.
September 2026 is shaping up to be an unparalleled month for the gaming industry. These companies are stacking releases in the months leading up to Grand Theft Auto.
Hold up.
September 2026 is shaping up to be an unparalleled month for
Wolverine on a goddamn bike? Wolverine on a bike? That's crazy,
companies
bro.
are stacking releases in the months leading up to Grand Theft Auto because I'm sure nobody wants to go up against it in November. So we're seeing a lot of good stuff in September, and that's what we want to talk about today. Hi, folks, it's Falcon. Join the 1% Club with the button.
Bro, I'm excited.
Stuff in the Falcon Show every weekend. Today on Game Ranks, the top 10 new games of September 2026.
I'm still got it.
Number 10, it's Control Resonant. This is the sequel to Control. It's taking it from a third-person shooter into an action RPG. And I have to imagine that Remedy was briefly terrified when they saw the 3D printed New York area in Pragmata. Oh shit, that looks just like our New York. I mean, they don't.
Wow.
I think they probably got over it pretty quick. But man, Remedy just turns everything upside down, like both literally and figuratively. And I just cannot wait to play Control Resonant. We all know Grand Theft Auto 6 is the biggest thing this year. This is the thing I am looking forward to as much for different reasons. Control Resonant is landing April 4th on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series.
What up, you fighting demons?
And number 9 is Fire Emblem Fortune.
6 out of 10, bro. You fighting demons, 6 out of 10. They should have made it like real human beings, bro.
Eve, Nintendo and Intelligent Systems X big tactical RPG.
Genshin Impact!
Once again, a game about making life or death decisions on a grid. The setup for this one revolves around the Dogden Empire. Nintendo is teasing a story of gods and heroes and warriors and 4 playable protagonists, which sounds a lot like
bro,
Three
they
Houses,
just straight out copy Genshin Impact, bro.
They're kind of treating Fire Emblem like a tentpole franchise now. They're positioning it as a major Switch 2 exclusive. Kind of wild when this was one game's bad sales away from getting shoved to the Nintendo attic next to F-Zero. Fortune's Weave is launching the 17th, obviously exclusive for Switch 2, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Look at this rubbish. Just take a look at that rubbish.
Shoved to the Nintendo attic next to F-Zero. Fortune's Weave is launching the 17th.
This is how you're gonna be playing the game. Look how little they are. Look how small they are, bro. 3 out of 10.
Looking forward to it. I love
3 out of 10. I'm not looking forward to that
and
one, bro.
Number 8 is Minecraft Dungeons 2, or as we've called it on the Falcon Show many times, kind of baby's first Diablo. And we don't say that insultingly, we say that in actually a good way. If you're a parent with a kid and you want them to get into the type of game Diablo is at all, this is probably the path to that. Dungeons 2 is opening the formula up a little bit more. Still accessible, very hangout friendly with the Minecraft charm and all that, but with combat. Like, well, more serious combat, but not the most serious combat. It's a dungeon crawler rather than an open-ended building.
2 out of 10, bro. This is how you're gonna be playing the game. See, from top view.
Single player,
2 out of
online
10.
co-op, split screen co-op, and cross-platform.
I had Minecraft, I was excited, but 2 out of 10,
pretty much
bro.
everywhere that matters is coming to PC, Switch and Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series. It'll also be on Game Pass, and it's landing on the 20th.
On my life, bro. I can't play none of this game. I got the PS4.
Halloween, an asymmetrical stealth horror game based on the original 1978 Halloween. Developed and published by IllFonic and co-published by Gun Interactive. You can either become the boogeyman or try to save the citizens of Haddonfield. So it's either survival horror or I don't really know what Michael Myers gameplay is like. It is listing it as an immersive.
Oh my god, so
try to save the
sweet!
citizens of Haddonfield. So it's either survival horror
The graphic
or
is so
I don't
mad,
really know
so
what
crazy,
Michael Myers
bro.
gameplay is like. It is listing it as an
Look at this,
immersive
bro.
horror sandbox, and it's not just multiplayer, which intrigues me a lot. When I say Halloween and asymmetric, you immediately
God
go,
damn.
oh, it's one of those. And I guess like part of it is one of those, but it seems like it goes a little bit further than one of those. The single player story mode in of itself separates it pretty significantly, and I'm definitely pretty interested in how this one actually plays out. Halloween the game is launching September 8th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. And number 6 is EA Sports FC27, the latest in
On my life, bro, we can all agree that FIFA 27 was trash. FIFA is trash, bro. EA, this is the real shit we're talking about here,
EA's
bro.
post-FIFA football empire. Pretty much it's the same game without the word FIFA on it. The cover this year is basically put some of the most marketable footballers on earth on the box. Mbappe and Bellingham. And they've also added what they're calling the grounds mode and clubs, which are only available on PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and Switch 2.
They added strip clubs to football? Bro, that is crazy, bro. And he missed. And he missed that shot.
Windows. I mean, it's FC 27. I don't really care about the grounds or clubs. If I'm playing one of these games, I'm just dropping into a game.
Bro, that's gonna be a whole different level, bro.
But
that's
they
gonna
do
be crazy.
that well. Like, that's the reason we come back to these games. FC 27 is coming out the 25th. Missed opportunity. Waited 2 days.
25th September. Y'all should go check it out, bro.
It's on pretty much everything. PC,
you missed it.
PlayStation, the Xboxes, the Switches. Only the latest generation of stuff has the ground.
No PC.
And number 5 is Hot Wheels Infinite Rush. It's an arcade racer and looks like it's taking the Unleashed formula. Not Sonic Unleashed, Hot Wheels Unleashed. There's no Werehog. Or is there? Who knows?
What?
We love our Werehog. But
it's gonna be open world,
more than 150
It's gonna be open world.
A whole new world of multiple islands, events, challenges, car collecting, track building. And apparently the track builder has been built upon. It's enhanced. Lots more customization. I mean, where do you go once you take the leash off? It has to be Infinite, right? Why is there not a Sonic Infinite? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Hot Wheels Infinite Rush launches September 10th on PC, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2.
September 10th.
Silent Hill Townfall. Let me just go ahead and say I am super excited for this game. It's not a game that's gotten the amount of hype that a lot of the other games we've talked about.
5 out of 10, bro.
It's not even gotten the kind of hype that the other new Silent Hill games have gotten for whatever reason. But I think it's perhaps one of the more intriguing of the new Silent Hill games. It takes place in Scotland in 1996, and it is the first full-length Silent Hill game to be presented in first person. You're Silent. You're looking for someone. It's a classic Silent Hill setup. We'll see where it goes, but a lot of what we've seen looks very cool.
It should be like the Quiet Place, the movie.
They used to be known as No Code. They've put out other games that are actually quite good that people liked. Stories Untold and Observation, if you've been familiar with either. I'm not quite as familiar with them, but their trailers for this game have gotten very cool. This is going to be a good one. Townfall is launching September 24th for PS5 and PC. Moving on to number 3, The Blood of Dawnwalker.
Oh my. What up? Oh my lord, I just spit on my PC. Am I talking too much?
Founded by former Witcher 3 talent, decided, let's make a game. The pedigree definitely makes this game look good, but it also puts a lot of...
Hold up, Silent Hill, 7 out of 10.
You're Cohen, a man in 14th century Europe who becomes a Dawnwalker, which is a human by day, vampire by night, and you're trying to save your family. It's an open world. Time works
by day, vampire by
in this
night.
game instead of just linearly going forward every moment.
That's like The Witcher.
At a certain rate. Time progresses as you complete missions, which I really think that's cool. During the day, it looks a lot more like a traditional Witcher type game, and during night, there is Werehog stuff, rather vampire stuff. This is a game where I like this one. Positive about it, but if it doesn't go well, I wouldn't be shocked either, because it's a tough bill to fill when you come out of CD Projekt Red and you're known for The Witcher, and like, we're gonna make something that looks kind of like The Witcher. We are changing some things, so I'm extremely interested and I want it to be good. I'm also not as hesitant as some. What I've seen of it looks cool, and the time mechanic, I really like the idea of this sort of mission-based time. It makes it so that your choices are more like time-based in a way that I think gives you a little flexibility, as well as turns time into more of a puzzle than a timer. Dawnwalker's coming September 3rd for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series.
Honestly, bro, I feel like they're gonna be talking too much.
Number 2 is Onimusha, Way of the Sword. This is a game.
Ghost of Tsushima! Ghost of Tsushima! Ain't nobody knew. So, Ghost of Tsushima, bro!
Where the demo might confuse you a little bit. They apparently gave...
Hold up, I'm gonna give the Vampire one 8 out of 10. That's the maddest game we've seen so far.
More
8.5 out of 10.
From later in the game to experiment in the demo with, to kind of know what you're getting, which actually turned me off a little bit. This is like way too easy. I'm not like particularly good. Onimusha's always been sort of in this sweet spot between Resident Evil and
Devil May Cry,
and I think they've actually managed to sort of keep that while incorporating some modern ideas. Not enough to really transform it into a different game, but it definitely feels a little more lively than the older Onimusha games, and not to say that they weren't lively. This one's set in Edo period Kyoto. Kyoto's been twisted by clouds of malice. In video games, of course, malice is some kind of mystical infection or something. Really doesn't need to explain itself. It's bad. But you're Miyamoto Musashi. You're a samurai. You have the Oni Gauntlet, and you have to fight all of these like underworld demons popping up and making problems for the kind people of Kyoto. I'm hyped. I love Onimusha. Once I heard that the demo was maybe representing an easier version than you would get in the full game.
What's the number one?
I get it.
What if we haven't seen the Wolverine? That will be the number number one.
exactly what I want out of this.
That would be the number
It's
one.
coming on September 4th for PC, PS5, Xbox
September
Series,
4th.
and Nintendo Switch 2.
Crazy, bro.
And finally,
Crazy.
at number 1 is Marvel's Wolverine. This is a
Wolverine.
game that I think is kind
Black
of
Widow,
weirdly
not Poison Ivy.
controversial. A lot of
Who
people
is that?
don't like what Wolverine looks like. We have Jake on the Falcon Show this week, and I'm pretty sure it was either during recording or not, but I said, I think the problem is that he looks like the Beast from the cartoon Beauty and the Beast, both in Beast form and not in Beast form at the same time. And I wasn't saying this to be particularly insulting.
Nigga,
I was just
shave
trying
your
to say
beard. That beard
I
is
think that's
ugly.
what the problem is.
Oh my god, look. They got
Both
shaking
in Beast
hair and
form
everything.
not
The hair,
in Beast form
the
at
hair
the
is
same
shaking.
time. And I wasn't saying this to be particularly insulting. I was just trying to say I think that's what the problem
He's
is.
shaking.
And I think it is. I hope we were recording at the time because I think that's funny too. But I actually think this game's going to be pretty good. The combat to me looks awesome, and that's literally what it is. That's what a Wolverine game is. I'm not sure if I think it looks better or on par with the old X-Men Origins Wolverine combat, which is clearly a different thing. Insomniac is definitely
Wolverine
taking
likes
this in a
Poison
bit more of
Ivy?
a Spider-Man type direction, while also sort of maintaining the feel of that older
my
game.
God.
And I'm sure they're doing that on purpose because while that older game has its problems, people
When is it coming out, bro?
talk about it like this is what's good about this game, this is what's bad about this game. And I've seen like countless videos about how it's so close to being a great game. It is too. And I think that they had to understand that going in. But they also had that same conundrum with Spider-Man. There were definitely very good Spider-Man games that Insomniac had to figure out how to do something similar, but not quite the same.
What the
And they landed
fuck?
that. I don't see why they won't land this one. I think it's reasonable to expect it to be a good game. Everything we've seen about it makes me think it's going to be a good game, potentially a great game. There might be a little bit of fretting about non-gameplay elements about it, which is fine. Like people are allowed
Poison
to have their
Ivy.
taste. But I think ultimately I'm excited to play this one. It's landing
He vexed.
September 15th on
He's
PS5
vexed.
exclusively. I do have a bonus game for you as well. It's a Nemo, kind of a free.
I would not like this game, bro. I'm not even going to review it, bro. I would not like it. If you want me to review it, if you want me to review this game, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment it down below, Anemo. Then I will review it because I do not like what I'm seeing here, and it's a bonus game, so we must not review it. Alright, I think we're going to cut it up here, right? All the games I've seen so far, I'm going to give Wolverine an 8.6 out of 10, bro. That's the maddest game we've seen so far. And yeah, bro, I think that's it for the video. I'm done.